Sajindanam. Yeah, so you actually done well compared to other people. So yeah, your one is pretty good, right?
Thank you.
Right. The next one is Chirukshiyamma. So how you going?
Fine, sir.
Right. So any interesting any interesting things happen in the this way? Anything you want to say? Something? Anything interesting thing or good thing happen? No? You want to say something? You feel like saying something? No.
No, sir.
Right. Any good thing happen? In the since we had the class, so I'm just asking you. But yeah, if you don't have, that's fine. Next one is Lokapriyama. So how are you going?
Well, sir.
So you feel great, like sir?
Yes, sir.
Oh, good. Very good. So next one is Tarasalniyaman. Your turn. How are you going?
Yes, sir.
Really good? You feeling good?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You want to say something about any good thing happen this week?
Nothing, sir.
You can't remember? Okay. All right. The next one is that's on Santos. Yeah, man, your turn. How you going? How you doing?
Fine, sir. Thanks, sir. How are you
Right.
doing, sir?
Yeah, I'm very good. I'm sort of pumped up because then I get few things done. So I always sort of I feel great. So, so you want to tell me anything? Something you have done, good thing, or something you have seen, good thing this week?
Not, sir. As usual.
As usual, business as usual, BAU. Okay. All right. The next one is Arun Nilavan. Man, your turn. How you doing?
I'm doing okay, sir. How about you?
I'm good. I'm good. So you want to say something? Anything happened, this week, or you want to make some? It could be at school, or it could be at
Yes,
home.
today actually I got ranked third in my class.
Sorry, because it's breaking up. Say again.
Today I got my report card from school. I got third in my class. I ranked third in my class.
Oh, okay. How many people in your class?
32.
32 out of 32, so 13, right?
Right.
So you became 13 out of 32, is that right?
No, I ranked third.
Third, sorry. I thought 13, yeah. Sorry about that. Okay. That's good, yeah. It's very good, right? So keep it up, right? That's pretty good news, right? Good news for other people too. They can do well as well, right? Okay, because I told you before, I want to talk a few things today, right? Because when you basically, I have taken you to sort of a reasonable to this reasonable level in terms of the grammar, right? So every time you do the exercise, my feeling is that you understand the thing, understand the questions, understanding the sentences, understanding the grammar and everything. That's my assumption, or that my thought, right? But when I ask you to write something, but I can't see any sort of, the grammar. So you studied so far, because I covered a lot of, grammar. But still, when you are writing, in the last one, I can't see much about, the grammar. Even very simple thing like, the it's called present tense for singular. So you are using sort of plural sort of verb. And say example, right? My father helps me. So some people writing, my father helped me, So I was wondering whether when you are doing the exercise, whether you are really understanding the sort of sentence and answering those questions. That is my concern, because I thought that, you really understand, and that's what every class when I come and say, talk to you, I say, so and so done well, so and so done this, and right. If if you've done like 100 out of 100 means sort of, you are. My understanding is a good understanding of the grammar as well as the sentences, all these things. But looks like you are sort of pretty much away from the you do something, but you don't reflect in your sort of when you're writing some essay or more paragraph or something. It doesn't give, even you are not using this the grammar at all, or sometimes your grammar is not good, right? You have to use the appropriate grammar. Except Sajindanama, she is really good. I like you the way you write, yeah. So you're really good, but other people, I'm wondering, whether they are understanding the grammar. So that's my concern. Concern is you study grammar, but you don't apply grammar when you are writing it, because that's I'm expecting when you are asking you. That's I think because of that. Except Sajindanama, you are really good. Your English is really good. I like it, right? So you have to understand that when you are writing something, you've got to understand what it is, and you have to put the suitable grammar, right? Grammar is, so I covered, it's extremely top level. I covered the grammar. But if you are not writing in your, that is also only 100 words. I don't think anyone sort of wrote 100 words, even less than 100 words. But if you can't, even I have mentioned, I don't know, your understanding of what I say in that, in the text I send you, you had to use to, would, all these things, because you can, especially when you are talking about the father, you can say, he used to take me, ride me by, put me on a bike, or, there are so many things. Even you can create things. That's why I just given the sort of grammar that you can use it. But except again, Sajindrama, she used, but I expected more. But I'm sort of comparing with the other students, but you have done reasonably well, I would say. But I'm very concerned. People are sort of doing 100 out of 100, and they are just simply, they can write proper grammar in that thing, So I was wondering what's happening with those students. Are they just going and doing something that, because when grammar means sort of, like Tamilla Papa, Tamilla in the Mari Papa. நான் சாப்பிடுகிறேன் என்றால் நான் சாப்பிடுவேன் என்று போடலாம் தானே. சாப்பிடுறேன், நான் இப்ப சாப்பிடுறேன் என்று சொன்னா சாப்பிடுவேன் என்று போடலாம் தமிழ்ல. அதே மாதிரி தான் English. So you can't just simply, when you are writing something, you think that is grammar, thinking that that is right, that is right grammar. It is not. So every time you write something, you think twice. What is it? Is that I'm writing right grammar, or because I'm sort of a very perfect man. Everything I like to see, perfect. But I know a lot of people are not perfect, but I see your work got to be perfect. That's why I give sort of, 100 out of 100 means sort of, that person done really good. But if that sort of, person is not reflecting that, whatever he or she has done, reflecting in that sort of little paragraph, 100 words, that means sort of, I don't know, it's a bit of a question mark. Question mark is, normally we put question mark, what's going on? That's the question we ask, right? What's going on here, right? You don't need to pretend that I know sort of, everything, right? And then you are doing something that is really silly. Silly means, right? It's a silly means sort of, it's unacceptable, right? So please don't. If you don't know, you can ask question. That's what I always ask you. If you have any question, you have to ask, right? So without asking, right? So I have to change the strategy as well. How to teach you, because I sort of share this screen and then you can understand what I'm talking about. Say, the question is, write down the main symptom or symptom for the. So this is pretty much straightforward answer. You can pretty much look at the explanation and put in there, right? So when you are constructing the sentence, right? Say this one. Look at the picture. Look at the pictures and write what happened in the space below. Try to use at least 3 or 4 words or phrases from the opposite page, yeah? Okay. Someone tell me what was the first picture. What is it? Start from anyone want to say?
Yes.
Can I?
Sorry?
Can I say, sir?
Yeah. So the first one.
Toothache.
Toothache. Yeah. Okay. Second one.
He went to the dentist.
Yeah. And the picture is sort of, he's at dentist place, right? Okay. So then what dentist is doing? Something he is putting in the tooth, right? That next to that is dentist assistant is right on the left or right. Yeah. What's the other one? The third one. Tanushalini Amma, what's the third picture represents?
He's having treatments or the feelings.
No, my third picture. So there are 4 pictures. 1, 2, the second picture already they told. The third one, what is it?
Yeah, the injection and the treatment equipments.
Yeah. I mean, that is simply just injection, right? Because you can see that injection, the syringe. It's called syringe, yeah? Okay. All right. 4th picture. So, Aaron Lilavan, please.
He's having
What
his teeth filled. He's
no, the
having a
fourth
kidney
picture, but what's your understanding of the picture, fourth one?
problem. He's feeling better now.
Feeling better, okay. Right. So, yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So pictures. So 4 pictures, you had to make sentences out of 4 pictures, right? Very simple, right? In Australia, right, I'll just give you a background here. In Australia, say kids like you, especially even the kids year 1 or year 2, even kindergarten, here we call it kindergarten, right? I think kindergarten. So they in the morning when they go to sort of kindergarten or school. So first thing teacher will ask, okay, talk about something you have done yesterday, right? So they talk because that's how you have to talk, right? So here everyone got to communicate. That's how sort of the community become more vibrant. There is, and when they talk about something like they say, oh, I had this nice spaghetti. I had noodles. So mom made this. This is how sort of because the teachers here, education system says that you ask these people, ask students to talk about something, right? So that's because I found sort of many. I don't because I don't know the background is, but a lot of you have to be more smart and more you have to talk. I found sort of I think the little kids I teach on Mondays, 4 of them extremely they when you ask one question they give 4 answers, and they are so this thing but what I'm saying is you have to be communicate. You can't just simply watch. We call it when someone is watching, it's called underdog. It's not dog. Underdog means sort of watching what is happening, and so you had to communicate. I like you all to communicate. You had to ask questions or answer straight away. So I'm just giving the example that the 4 kids, it's they until I finish the class they talk, and so that sort of thing. You had to have that sort of talking, communicating, and then right. So please, because when you go to especially Western universities, Western schools, you have to talk. You can't just sit there, and it's not good, right? It's not good. It's like sort of they think that you are rude. You don't want to mix with people, right? So you got to get that sort of practice going, right? So talk. I think everyone talks to their parents, I suppose. Yeah. So please, when you are in this class, you try ask questions and talk something. But next, I think I'm going to do more talking. Like I ask you to talk continuously, in the future, right? Because I feel that sort of that I had to practice everyone. I want you guys to sort of practice that sort of thing, because you are not going to stay in Indonesia. You're going to go somewhere else, right? So when you have you have to be smart, and you have to talk to people, communicate. You give enough information, and it's called information sharing, right? So you give information, and so got to be 2 way. 1 way is from me to you, 2 ways from you to me, right? So that's called two-way communication should be there, right? Yeah, here on, I'm going to ask you to talk about something. So you have to, because I want to say whether you have good knowledge and understanding of grammar, right? So another thing I want to say, I said the perfect, right? The present perfect, except Sajindanama, she's used, but others they haven't used, right? So say, for example, my father, say one sentence somebody said, my father is, he's my mentor. Mentor means, giving advice and telling this and that, right? Basically mentor is. So here, when you are talking about is means, sort of that is for any, from past to future, it's continuously mentor, right? So then you can say he's a mentor, right? Right. But, right, so like, he's my father. Father is, he's going to be father, whether he died or not, he's my father, right? Always father, right? But so when you are talking about mentor, say for example, your father is a mentor, you have to say my father has been a mentor. Why we say, in the future, he won't be a mentor because he's old and dead and gone, right? So you can't say that sort of, he's a mentor, right? So that means sort of, today he's a mentor, not tomorrow or before, But when you say he has been a mentor, that means from, I would say, since I was born until now, mentor. நாளைக்கு என்ன மாதிரி மென்டோவா இருக்கிறாரு தெரியாதுன்றபடினால தான் அதை he has been. You can't simply put there he is a mentor. No, right? So when you study grammar, so you have to understand the grammar, and so looks like, have you heard about MCQ, multiple choice questions? I feel that people, do multiple choice question. They don't understand very much about only that question. They understand and then put the answer there. So that should not happen here. This is English. You have to understand the grammar and, you have to get the knowledge. Then only you can apply, because you're going to apply that sort of grammar throughout your career. Say you say after finishing your HSC, higher school certification, and then university, and thereafter job. So you're going to use this grammar English, right? So you got to have a proper understanding, and you should know where to use it, right? So what I'm saying is you have to focus on English. So Indonesian language, maybe you may be studying for another 2 years or 3 years. After that, you're not going to, right? But English is going to help you to go to university and then, get a job. And so even workplace you're going to use. So that this is extremely important, English language, and the grammar is extremely important, right? Without the grammar, so when you speak sort of thing, it would be hard for other people to understand, right? Because sometimes when I correct your worksheet, it takes so long to sort of correct, because, sometimes I can't understand, we are sort of, I try to help, but, still I can't understand certain things. Because, that English, you are just, doing all these things like MCQ, right? Because without understanding. So here on, you have to understand, you say, if you are doing exercise, you have to understand the sentence, what it is, right? How it is structured, why they use that sort of, present perfect instead of simple present or future present, future tense. So every this thing, I want you to understand, right? If you don't understand, don't answer it. You simply say, sir, I can't. So, because why I'm saying is I'm going to, every single day I'm assessing you, right? World is all about competition, right? Competition. So you are in the competition world, right? No one is going to give you for free. I will do, but not anybody else is going to give you free, right? So you have to be very knowledgeable, smart, and you got to understand what is in there. Even I put that thing on the verbs you got to use, but you haven't said anything about it. Can I use this and that? No. So I want you to communicate. If you don't, because you have some of them haven't used that sort of verb. Just yes, that's it. I mean, so I tried to take you all to sort of highest level. If you want to stay this level, there are level, right? Bottom level, that's the top level, medium, and so if you want to be here, that's fine. I can simply say you are reasonable, you okay, yeah, drop out of this class. I can simply say, yeah. Because I tried to, because I want you guys to sort of go to the sort of top. But if I want you to go to the top, you got to follow the instruction. You had to follow. You had to be smart. You had to ask questions. You had to talk. And you had to reflect what you have done, in the past. And so you had to put the right. So I don't want you to pretend that you know things, because I'm a person, highly professional. I can simply say, you know this, that. Because every single day I deal with 50 people, all English people, right? So I talk to them and I give advice. That's my job. So I can pick up, when I'm assessing you, I can pick up, what level you are in, what level. So I can, within sort of, by looking at your sort of, one sentence, first sentence, I can say sort of, where you are at. So please, if you can impress me like Sajindanama, I really appreciate, right? Please, she, because she's been continuously doing well. So that's what sort of, her, this thing is, right? There's a good chance she will be in that, on that list, right? But again, she has to work hard as well, right? So so you had to maintain that, because the assessment, the final assessment would be your HSC or the year 12, right? Yeah, then I decide sort of, okay, these are the people, 2 people, and I'll sponsor them, right? So here, sort of, you have got a good opportunity. I'm sort of giving you the chance. So you really work hard. Don't pretend, because I can simply catch you, I know sort of who is pretending, who is not pretending, right? So it's very easy for me, right? That's why I sort of structured this class such a way that I can take you there. But when I see all these things, I'm going backwards, because my motivation is, because I have motivation, you have motivation, level of motivation. It's called level of motivation, right? So as I said, that the 4 kids, they're only 10 years old or something. The motivation is extremely high. I like that sort of people, the more well motivated. I don't say you are not motivated, but your level of motivation for your age and for you, you had to show much more than those, small kids. Motivation means sort of, you understanding, you talking to me, or you are sending messages like, responding. The response is the sort of main criteria for the sort of, communication, as well as I can see by responding, I can see the motivation, how smart you are, when you are typing it. Other day, Tanishalini, sort of, you wrote nice sort of thing, I appreciate, but you stop there. After that, I haven't heard from you, right? So I don't know whether rest of the day you are sleeping. I don't know, right? So when you are sending the message on me, I know sort of you are not sleeping, you are active, you are seeing my message, you are responding, right? So please concentrate. Not only that, you got to understand what is in there. You question, you have to read the question, right? So I just want to do this exercise. Okay. So 54.4, right? Fill the gaps with a suitable word. So suitable word means that. So that means sort of, grammar, suitable grammar you got to use as well. If it is sort of, singular, you using singular tense, right? Plural tense. Okay, and so we look at this one first. I hit my hand on the desk and it really, right? So that is it, because that is singular. Okay, so I think explanation I have given everything, so right. So I think it's a simple answer is hurts. It really hurts. So here you got to really understand the sentence as well. That's how you learn the English. You can't just simply, okay, I put hurts, that's it, end of the story and walk away. No, because you're not going to. You have to even sort of, my advice is, even if you have done this thing, because when I corrected, you have to go back and look at the sentence and the corrected answer. And then, you can practice, because this is really actual situation, right? When I talk to, even at work, I told her, it's a real thing. So why can't you, go and practice that thing, right? So I expect you to practice. These sentences are real sentences. So, I hit that desk and it really hurts. That's what I simply say, right? So you don't think that you don't think that this is just a sentence, that's the answer. Sir is asking, I put that thing, that's it, end of the story, I walk away. No. You should understand the whole sentence. And you have to use this one in your life, in your report, in your this small article or write-ups. Because these write-ups are very important, because for this, the high-level test, IELTS, so you got to, all write-ups, you had to read and sort of write answers, right? So the next one is, they say she died of a heart attack, right? So see that died of. That is also really good grammar. You had to be familiar with that grammar. When you are talking about, so my father died of heart attack. So I say, when I talk to my father, died of heart attack back in 1992. Simple as that. It's a real, everything is real situation sentences. So you can basically, we call it cram it. Cram it means sort of practice. Cram CRAM, right? But so you go back and this thing and you understand and you practice, because you're going to use it, and I'm going to probably I will ask you to write up about it. So you should be able to, because the write-up you have submitted, some of them I can't even read. It's you keep telling the same thing again, one sentence again, one sentence again, same. That is not acceptable at all. Please, you understand. This is sort of, you say Tamil nan irundhen nan vandhen nan sort of Tamil teacher ku enna mari irukum. எங்களுக்கு ஒரு தமிழ் டீச்சர் வந்து அவர் வந்து சரியா பண்டிதர் சொல்லியும் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸுக்கு பேசிக்கொண்டு, so you can't do that, so நான் இருந்தேன் ஒரு ஸ்ட்ரக்சரா ஒரு அது சொல்றேன் ஆர்டிகுலேட் பண்றேன் அந்த இது அப்பா இருந்தார். So I just so Sanjindana Amanda's story, I sort of, it touched me because she nicely written that. It is very much, very articulated. Articulated means, yeah, vasanangala potudundadu, articulated. Right? So, upon the examiner, akal paakekla, ungalukku vandu andha padiva inga structure panni then important. அதுக்கு தான் அது இதை கிராமரை படிப்பிக்கிறேன். கிராமர் எங்க பாதிக்க ஒவ்வொரு எக்ஸசைஸையும் போட்டு தண்டைக்கல நீங்கள் கடைசி எழுதேக்கல அதுல கிராமரை பற்றிய ஒரு பண்ணா எழுதேக்கல இந்த மாதிரி எனக்கு இருக்கும்னு யோசி. Just think about it. Think about me. Don't think about anybody else. Think about me, right? After teaching all this, right? And now you are simply writing this. So it's it hurts, basically. It hurts. Okay, keep going. She had some apples that were not, see that in English, she had, right? So it's talking about past, right? She had some apples that were not ready to eat. So basically it's not ripe enough. And now she has got stomach. So some people, I don't know what the answer. This is very simple answer is I got stomach ache. But I don't know, some people said something I can't. It's because only 4 stomach and there are 4 organs, we call it ache, right? Stomach ache, headache, and toothache, all ache. The rest, you have to say pain, right? So I have got leg pain. We don't say leg ache, right? So these things are very, you have to pick up and, then, very important. These are, so they are talking about, that's the rules, right? அதாவது 4க்கு பாவிக்கலாம் மொழியா 8 படிக்கு பாவிக்காத rule. So you got to understand the rule, right? So that next time when you are talking to your friend and you don't go and say, like cake, that cake is sort of, that is acceptable because that is out of 4, that back also one of the 4 the parts of the body, right? Okay, simple. She got stomach ache. That's it, right? I can't see. There's no big deal. You just put the simple answer. I have got the terrible, right? In my neck. Neck is not that 4 parts out of that 4 parts. So what do you pay? Terrible pain, right? The rule you are applying here. Then you can understand. So I got the terrible pain in my neck from sleeping I get pretty much every day. Wrong position. When you are sleeping in wrong position, you get that pain in the morning, right? So that's why you have to be in the right position, right? Because even in hospital, when you say, when I see my doctor here, you can, if I want to go and see doctor anytime, I can go and say here sort of medical is free, right? Anywhere you can go to the surgery, and you can present yourself or go in person and talk to the doctor, and tell it's free here, okay? So. So when I go, so if I have got pain, that's a real situation, right? So you can use this one. So if you remember this, then you can use it, right? If you don't remember, you can't use it. So that is important. So next one is he died of. So already they have cancer. So what's the cancer? Even though he never smoked a cigarette, so cigarette is sort of smoking. Smoking is something to do with the lungs. So what's the cancer? Lungs cancer. Yeah. Because we call it lungs because two of them, both sides, right? So lungs, left and right, okay? So he went to the doctor and I went to the doctor and she gave me for some tablets. What is that? So the tablets like the normal tablet Sri Lanka, but I can't remember in the Marian system. Now hospital father worked in at hospital. So I go to hospital, he takes me to hospital and I go and play inside the lab, So normally, if you are going to take some medication, that it could be in the form of tablets, capsules, right? Capsules, that thing, but I can show you that. So here, it's called prescription. Prescription is a piece of paper. They type it, print it out, and give to you. You go to the pharmacy and give. So without that pharmacy, they can't give any medication except the medication without prescription. That's called like a Panadol, aspirin. Yeah, aspirin also, I think you had to. So some like a cream for the pain releasing cream, and some of them you don't need, but most of them you have to get the prescription. That's why you go to doctor and get the prescription and you can buy. Because government ordered all the pharmacies not to give anything without. If they have given without prescription, he will be sent to jail, basically. He has to give the reason why he has given without prescription. If that person is found to be guilty, he has to go to jail. Simple as that, right? So that's why the prescription. Yeah. So the next one, pollution makes her worse, and it is difficult for her to breathe. So pollution makes her what would be? Anyone can tell me? Pollution makes her worse, and it is difficult for her to breathe. Anyone?
Asthma, sir.
Asthma, sir.
Asthma, okay. So make her asthma worse, right? See that this is the makes, right? Pollution makes. See that pollution is, that is uncountable. Pollution plural singular and pollution, right? Our pollution makes singular uncountable and solver. அதாவது pollutions and அப்படி வரும். அப்ப pollution makes her asthma worse and it is difficult for her to breathe. Okay. So there are different forms of hepatitis. Different forms mean வேற type இருக்கிறதான் different forms என்று சொல்றோம். Hepatitis என்றது வந்து ஒரு disease, right? One is a more serious than the other. So what would you put that serious? Disease, correct. Thank you, Amma. The next one, I heard when I fell off that chair. My leg, my hand?
Leg pain.
Yeah. Okay. I heard my leg, right? So I heard leg. You should say my leg, not somebody else's leg, right? My back, from sitting at that computer all day, my back
pain. My back pain.
No. Here you had to put a verb there, right? So as I said before, back aches, right? Okay. So ஏன்னு சொன்னா அந்த 4 parts பேக்குக்கு இதுக்காக பெயின் என்று சொல்லலாது மெட்டது வேர்பேம்பா பெயின்ஸ் என்று நீங்கள் வேர்புக்கு பாவிக்கலாம். ஆனா அந்த இதுல வந்து அந்த 4 பார்ட்ஸுக்கு நீங்கள் பெயின் பாவிக்கலாம், right? So okay, இப்ப என்னண்டா question time என்றும் கொடுக்குறோம். question time என்று சொன்னா நீங்க கேள்வி கேட்கறாங்க, டைம் கொடுத்துருக்கு. யாருக்கும் கேள்வி பாப்போம், ஸ்மார்ட்டானாக்களை பாப்போம். கேள்வி கேட்க தமிழாலையும் கேட்கலாம், இங்கிலீஷாலையும் கேட்கலாம். யார் ஸ்மார்ட் என்று பாப்போம். No smart people in this class?
Sir, questions about today's topic.
Sorry, Emma, repeat that.
Sir, do we have to ask questions about today's topic?
You can ask in a topic, or you can ask general questions as well. Like, I think I sort of went through last Saturday, some medical thing, and, even immigration I haven't covered, but immigration, any sort of, because that's how you develop your sort of, smartness, you develop your communication, develop it. So I give you a chance for you to ask anything inside the topic or outside, that's fine. So
Sir, can I ask a question?
Yeah, sure.
It's about the medication that we learned last year.
Right.
What is the difference between disease and illness?
Okay. I think they have explained, but anyway, I'll sort of disease is the sort of it's bigger sort of illness. The illness is sort of, say, for example, flu. That's illness, right? Cold, right? Disease is like hepatitis, right? So another one is sort of, I have got sort of, blood cancer, or that is the sort of disease, right? So basically, small one is illness, the bigger one is disease. So diseases could be, what else I can say? Say COVID is, it's a disease, right? Say, headache, all this is sort of illness, sickness, right? Some people, they have got, okay, you want to ask, Purnama, did you ask question? No. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you want to, just finish with that. So you want to ask further questions in that? So you understand the difference, and you want to ask any other questions?
No,
you want to be a number one smart girl? You don't want to ask? Okay, that's all. Okay, Purnama, so you ask.
So what is the difference of ages and pain?
So the question, you have to put it like that, what's the difference between aches, right, and the pain, right? Aches. So that's what they classified, only 4 part of the body. When you have got pain, they call it ache, right? Of them to take stomach ache, backache, earache, and headache. So only 4. Yeah. So that is only that's a rule. So they already made the rule, so we can't change it. So the definition is all 4 parts we use ache, the rest we use pain, right? Okay. So now you can see the difference, right? Say neck pain or leg pain, hand pain, arm pain, yeah, ankle pain. So there are other sort of, they use further, better words as well, like hamstring mean sort of, the thigh, where the thigh is, that's called hamstring, right? So, right. Any other question? Any other smart people from this class? I have identified 2 now. So, any other want to ask questions?
Sir, what is asthma?
Okay, asthma, right? Asthma is basically, right, say the lungs, I think they haven't shown anyway. So lungs, so it go, so when you breathe, right, when you breathe, so air gets into your lungs. So there is a, it's called, stem, and it goes right in, connected to the 2 lungs down here, right? Okay. So there is a tube to the sort of, connected between your nasal, the nose, right? So when what happens is some people, so when you are breathing it, so that tube is sort of, this size, right? Normally sort of in a normal size, right? But some people, the tube is very small, right? When they take the air in, breathing, so this is more like rigid. It can't sort of move, it's not flexible. So, but others, they are flexible. When you are taking, like breathe in, so the tube becomes sort of bigger. So it takes more air through it, right? But whereas the asthma people, this is sort of, rigid, that enough air can't get through. So they try hard. That's why sort of, people, you can see the asthma people, they do, right? When you see their face, their facial expression is like that. They are struggling to take the air in because you need air, because air is the one goes and gets into the bloodstream, the whole body. Without air, you can't live, right? So that tube is so smaller, smaller than the normal. That's why you get asthma, right? And so some people, they get asthma, especially in cold time. Cold time, that shrinks mean சின்னனா வந்து ஒன்று இருக்கும். அப்ப சின்னனா இருக்கைக்குள்ள எடுக்கிற கஷ்டமா இருக்கும், right? அப்ப அதுக்கு வந்து ட்ரீட்மெண்ட் வந்து நீங்க வந்து அந்த இது இருக்கு தானே, அந்த கன் மாதிரி இருக்கும், அது வந்து இன்ஹேலர்ன்னு சொல்றோம். இன்ஹேல் பண்ணைக்குள்ள என்ன செய்யுதுன்னு சொன்னா, அதுல இருக்கிற கெமிக்கல் போய் அந்த டியூப்பை சுத்தி இருக்கிற இதுல வந்து அதுக்கு போய் தட்டும், ஹேய் ஓப்பன் த திங்ன்னு சொல்லு. அதுதான் அதை ஓப்பன் பண்ணினோன்னு உங்களுக்கு அந்த ஆஸ்மா சிம்டம் குறையும். அந்த கெமிக்கல் போய் வந்து அதுல போய் இருக்கும், அந்த குழாயில போய் இருந்து அது சொல்லும், ஹேய் ஓப்பன். அது ஒரு இப்ப வந்து எல்லாத்துக்கும் வந்து என்னன்னு சொன்னா, உங்களுக்கு பிரெயின்ல போற சிக்னல் தானே, அதான் நாங்கள் நியூரோ டிரான்ஸ்மிட்டர் படிச்சோம். அது வந்து பிரெயின்ல இருந்து அங்க போகும். அப்ப அது வந்து சொல்லும் துறான்னு சொல்லிக்கலாம் துறா, ரைட்? அப்ப that is basically sort of asthma people right? அது வந்து cannot be cured. அப்ப நீங்கள் அந்த throughout and I think என்னோட படிச்ச ஆக்களே some peopleக்கு அந்த இது இருந்தது. அவையில் வந்து they had to live with that one. சில பேருக்கு வந்து அந்த எக்ஸசைஸ், வெளியில போய் எக்ஸசைஸோ இதெல்லாம் செய்யறதால கொஞ்சம் குறையலாம் நம்பலாம். அதான் ரீசன். Anybody else? Time is up. 4 minutes past. So what else? Anyone else? Any smart people? Probably I can see the smart people next class, right? Sorry, I can't give them enough opportunity for them to talk about it. But probably I will keep talking for next 2-3 classes and see how your communication improves, right? Okay. I like to see more smart people. Okay. All right. Thank you very much for being nice, being considerate, and being great. Yeah. Great people can do great things. Yeah. So you have to be one of the great people. Yeah. Okay. See you.
Thanks, sir.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Okay. You are welcome.